That's too bad.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, who was asking for this guy? Who was
Last
asking
week.
for this guy? Because he took some time off, but he is back.
Look at this,
and
just slagging.
and he is as autistic as ever.
Oh, I'm so happy he's back. Anyways, we got treated to 2 new videos. Well, 3, but we're not going to watch the 3rd one.
Yeah, he's got 2 new videos, and the second one is even better than this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone was asking about this guy. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
And he just hadn't put out any videos in 3 months.
Well, that's the thing. Every single week, the first person I check on is him to see if he put out a new video, and it's always, oh no. But finally.
But then randomly, I saw that he had put one out, and it was like, oh my god! And then I watched I would say 5 minutes of this, and I was dying, dying.
Anyways, let's get right into it. Our good friend Gaming the Systems is back from the dead.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kevin. This is Gaming the Systems, the channel, and I'm about to make an important announcement. Yeah, I don't want to build it up.
Oh yeah, I love his mid-redhead wife.
A poll asking people what they think this announcement is going to be. I gave them 5 choices, and one of them is true. I'm leaving YouTube. I'm making retro gaming videos again. I made
what do you guys think it is?
Video game. I am moving to a new house, and I'm selling off my video game collection. Most of you predicted I am moving to a new house, and I hate to disappoint you, but you are wrong. I'm staying in the same house that I've been in for quite a while. For the 6 of you who predicted I made my own video game, I will say that you are 100% incorrect. I'm very surprised only 6% of you said I made my own video game. I could probably make my own game. I don't know. It'd probably take a long time, and I would have to quit doing YouTube to do it. Speaking of quitting YouTube, that is not it as well. So what does that leave?
Can you pause it right
here? Yeah, sorry.
Collection, or I'm making...
When he started saying this, I was like bouncing in my seat. I was getting ready to liquidate stock. I was going to be like contacting him. If he said he was going to sell this shit, I was going to like make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I was going to be like, I was like already preparing.
Yeah, but he knows, like, he wouldn't be set, like, you wouldn't be getting any deals. Maybe on some of it, but
I got so excited for a minute. I thought I was gonna be able to go in there.
Knights, he has a really like good collection, like a really good collection.
A lot of those Sega CD games start around $100 a piece.
So he has like every system in like good.
Let's go to town. Let's go buy all those for like, I don't know, 40%, and then go sell them.
He takes care of this shit too.
Retro gaming
videos
again.
This is the type of collection I'd want to buy.
I love my video games. So
I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Selling off my collection.
It's like, oh, this
that
fucker.
leaves only one. I am going to make retro gaming videos again. Woo, what's the big deal?
It's
like, what the fuck is this?
You took a 3-month break. You couldn't just put out a new video. You had to make it. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, he had to put out this thing and do a poll.
Well, I haven't posted a new video on this channel in 3 months. Even before then, I was winding things down. I only posted 22
Even though he quit his job to run this channel.
That doesn't really mean that I...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So he quit his job to put videos on the channel and then stopped putting videos on the channel.
He basically did a Bauer where like he put all his like, he went all in on one thing, just assuming that it was going to give him money. Yeah.
That YouTube aside, you see I have 3 channels, in case you don't know, and the other 2 channels got most of my attention in 2023. One is a how-to channel called How To X, and I made 78 videos for it in 2023. And my newest channel is called Just Killzone, and I made 45 videos for that one.
Oh my god, it's just Killzone videos?
The story behind that is I fell in love with the Killzone series.
What did he do before? He's been all over the place. He had 1 channel, he had 2 channels, he went back to this channel. But originally he did like retro gaming content. That was like his thing. And now he's going back to that. I'm sure we have a playlist of him on YouTube as well.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
I don't know how. I enjoy online multiplayer, and I enjoy the universe that Killzone takes place in. But I wanted to keep all that separate on its own channel. I did a lot of recording of my playing sessions of online multiplayer and stuff like that.
He could just have a section of playlist on this channel that's
explored
Killzone.
the Killzone universe or whatever.
You know,
I kind of got
but
what I
nah,
wanted out
make
of
a whole
that channel. I'm still occasionally going to be uploading videos to that channel. I did learn how to become a little bit more comfortable.
Well, no, because if he was just doing like just a Killzone, like he's not
Yeah, but
wrong when he decided to split his channels, because like the algorithm will like fuck with your channel if you put out like different types of content like that.
Yeah.
Like if he's supposed to be a retro, you're like, yeah. So
no, Doom, I don't think there's been a new Killzone in a while. So he's playing like something on PS3 or PS4. I don't know.
Being on camera by doing videos on that channel. Killzone is a dead franchise. That channel never became monetized, but I enjoyed doing it. The videos I post on this channel are going to be a little bit different
trying to make money
from the ones I've posted in the past. I don't know how to explain it. The style is just going to be a little bit more different. Like I said, I'm a little bit more comfortable on camera now than I used to be. I don't know anyone that is 100% comfortable, but I feel
I like that he's getting more comfortable, so he can just do more ridiculous shit.
I will be starting the new videos on this channel very soon. In fact, I've already been stockpiling them. I got about 17 of them done already.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Some of them. There's one.
Oh, boys, we got content for like 5 months.
And
this is crazy.
Give you a tour and talk about some gaming related stories.
So he's going to go to like his parents'
in that house and talk about some other more personal things as well. I also built a new component to this room, and I'm going to make a video that shows that, and it's right over there, and I can't wait to show that to you. I also bought 3 bags of stuff, and what's in these bags is very crazy. I'm going to be attempting something that I don't think anyone on YouTube has ever done before.
Pause it.
So we'll see.
That's the next video, is what these 3 bags of stuff are. And it's such a massive letdown. Like it's such a stupid fucking idea. But I love it so much.
That video. I have a strong desire.
I'm so excited for it. It might be his most autistic
itself in some of the upcoming videos.
I know. We say that like every time.
Some of my collection. They are attempted playthroughs at video games. In fact, my wife and I just recorded one the other day where we attempt to beat Bubble Bobble on the NES.
No one say anything.
We attempt to play Bubble Bobble, and then I eat her out while she's playing it.
He just fucks her. He fucks her while they're playing Bubble Bobble.
He's just fucking her from behind, and they're both.
But like, it's just but it's like the angles, like you just see his ass, like.
Yeah, it's from like in the corner of the room, and they're in like the center.
That's probably going to be a new feature on this channel, me and my wife attempting to play certain games that we enjoy. There's also
attempting to make my wife come.
And just to give you another example, I'm going to be playing Dune for the Sega Genesis in an upcoming video. And just to warn you, I'm going to lean heavily into my personal awkwardness for the title of these videos. The one where me and my wife play Bubble Bobble, I'm gonna call that one Awkward Couple Plays Bubble Bobble for the NES. The other videos where I play games, I'm gonna have similar titles like Weird Guy Plays DuckTales or whatever. Once again, this gets me playing through my collection. It's something I want to play, so I might as well record it. I do realize that not everybody enjoys those
strange pervert plays Marble Madness
through a game or whatever, and there are YouTubers
that would be fun, Orthodox.
Do that stuff, and they only get like 100 views or something. But hopefully, I bring something different to the mix or whatever. Of course, there's other YouTubers that are more successful at it, like Mike Matei and so forth. I think I bring something unique to the mix.
Nobody wants to see people play retro games anymore
as I
on
play
YouTube.
it. You're gonna hear me say
not 2005.
you've never heard a human say before. Plus, I do research ahead of these, so I can give you a good background on the game and how it was developed and I talk about those things as I play it. Now, whoever designed this originally wanted there to be a pressure-sensitive button on the arcade board. I enjoy making them, so I'm probably still gonna keep doing them. I also resurrected my Patreon and have reformatted it.
I love it.
Before, my Patreon was a Gaming the Systems channel specific Patreon for the most part. It was meant to support just this channel, but I have remade it so that it supports all 3 of my channels. So anyone
probably a good idea.
coming from this channel or from the How To X channel or whatever, if they want to enroll in Patreon, it's a combo Patreon for the 3 channels. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm a one-man show.
3 channels.
And that's what the Patreon is about. It's about to support the one guy for these 3 channels. I'm not going to be...
How funny would it be if he had
Patreon.
3 different
In fact,
Patreons?
this might be the last time I ever mention it in a video, but it's always going to be a link down below.
4 videos from now.
Yeah.
Why I'm restarting my Patreon?
Yeah, why I'm starting 2 more Patreons. Well, I wanted to get the traffic to separate the 3, so the Gaming the System specific channel could have its own, and the How To X channel, like this guy rules.
I remember like one of the first times we watched him, and what Milk
Tasty.
Milk just goes, "My God, what a madman!"
Yeah. Tasty. What if one of his tiers is like you can fuck his wife for like $100?
So if you want more details about that Patreon, you can click that link. I do have a video that explains the Patreon on that Patreon, and that one is
to his
free for anyone
Patreon
to watch. So if you want to learn more
Just message him on Patreon.
So we got to watch that too, right? Because if he has that,
What?
You can
A
watch that.
Patreon welcome
Like I
video?
mentioned,
Yeah.
the new videos are going to be a little bit different than the other ones, and some of them are going to be philosophical in nature. At least that's the plan. We'll see once I start opening my mouth whether or not it sounds philosophical to you guys or not.
Oh,
So
boy.
yeah, that's
All right.
the announcement.
I
people.
attempt to
I'm
make
sure
YouTube
this video
history.
isn't going to go viral. or
I
anything,
love him so
but,
much.
You're going to see a lot.
Yeah,
of
I attempt to make
new
YouTube
videos
history is the
on
one
this
right there
channel.
on the right.
I hope you enjoyed them, and
This
thanks
this
for watching
rules.
this video.
This is
Have a. I just bought 80 Atari 2600 games, all made by the same company, because I'm about to attempt something that's never been done on YouTube
this is
before.
so great.
Just pouring them out of fucking Chinese takeout bags.
Like I
These
can't
are all
even
made by M
put this to
Network.
words, you know?
They're not worth that much. There's a lot of duplicates in here.
What do you think he's gonna do with
my
these?
Own collection. I marked those with a little piece of tape. For the most part, these sit on game store shelves for a very long time nowadays. If you walk into a used
Yeah, they're
game
junk.
store. Unfortunately, the labels do come off rather easily because the glue is like really old. And actually, 2 of them came off while I was making this
Kool-Aid
video.
Man.
Some of these cartridges are also very dirty. The Atari 2600 was the king.
Cat, what do you think?
of
What do you
the
think he's gonna
late
do with these?
1970s and the early 1980s.
What genius
home video
idea
game market,
do you
but
think
they
he's
had a
gonna-
rival in the
gonna do
form
with
of
these?
the Mattel Intellivision. It sold well too, but
Gonna
not
try
as
and
much
play 'em
as
all
the
at the same
Atari
time.
2600. But these were both
It's-
out on the market for several years together, coexisting.
His idea is so
and
fucking lame.
Intellivision had a very competitive advertising campaign against the 2600.
He may as well be putting
At
them up
first,
his ass.
Only Atari made games for their own system. But then came
Shoving 80 Atari cartridges up my ass.
Nobody- you
Something
would
never
never
before
in a
seen on YouTube.
You would never in a million years guess what he is trying to do with these.
Wait,
Because it's so dumb.
is he trying to compare like the
No.
specs on it? No.
No.
I'm excited
What
because I have not
okay.
watched this video, so I want to know.
What he's trying to do
They
is
are
so
a bunch of
dumb
programmers
and
that left
anticlimactic
Atari and decided to make their
and
own
naturally-
games and sell them for the Atari 2600.
And not
They
thought out
became
at
one
all.
of the first third-party companies. That was a new concept back then. Once Activision did it, a lot of other companies started making games for the Atari 2600, and that's why you have so many different shapes and sizes of the cartridges. M Network was one of those companies, and guess what? They were the ones that made Intellivision. It was Mattel. Even though they made their own games for their own system, they wanted to make some extra money by selling their games on the Atari 2600 as well. Here's what a typical Intellivision game looked like. It was flat and just had the end label. It was a very skinny cartridge so that it could fit the slim slot of the Intellivision. And then when they went to make games for the Atari 2600, they kept that basic design, and they often renamed their games, even though they're the same games. Armor Battle became Armor Ambush.
Fluffy
Astro
Cat just threw up in her
Smash
water
became
dish.
Astro
That was really
Blast.
cool.
When Mattel decided to start making games for the Atari 2600,
Wait, is he gonna
they
take the
wanted
adapters
to
off of 'em?
use
Nope.
the same type of cartridge.
But the
thing
adapters
is, it
come
doesn't
in
fit
play.
in the
They
Atari
come into play
2600
into what
because
he's
that
trying to
one
do.
has
It
a
has
bigger
nothing to
gap
do with
in the
playing the
cartridge
games
slot.
or modifying
So
the
what they
cartridges.
did is take the molding they had for the original Intellivision cartridges and put an adapter.
I'll give
on
you
the
a
end
hint.
of it.
He's gonna
So
he's
this
gonna
big piece
build
right
with
here
them.
was added to the molding to
he gonna
the
build?
Intellivision
No,
cartridges.
don't. I want to
wasn't
see. I want to see.
exactly the same. The Intellivision cartridges said insert to this line right here, and that was left out of the 2600 version because the slot on
Getting
that
worried.
is not as recessed, so you don't have to say insert to this line. The backs were a little bit different too. There was 2 screws on the Intellivision one. One funny thing is that Atari themselves decided at some point that they wanted to create games for the Intellivision. They hired somebody who used to work at Mattel in order to make that happen, but that prompted some legal action
I know.
from Mattel. They sued
He's-
because they didn't
He's really milking it.
want that to happen, which is ironic because they were doing the same thing to Atari. In the end, Atari did not make any games for the Intellivision. Just note that that adapter creates some issues when you try to stack these games up, because
Yeah, look at this.
there's an upper lip here that's created by the adapter, but it's flush on the bottom, so that when you stack them, the stack starts
Is
to
he building a
curve.
shelf?
Eventually, you're going to reach the point where you can't stack them anymore. You could go like this, though, and reverse every single other one of them. But then, this is what they look like on your shelf. They're just,
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
you know, you can't tell which every other game is. Some of you may be wondering at this point, what is this video actually about? And it's about the stacking. It occurred to me
Yes.
one day that
We're
if
gonna
you
stack them,
these up
boys.
and keep them from falling over, the stack itself would curve and reach the table again, forming a gigantic arch. And that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna build a
Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, that's it.
I told you.
I
Isn't
attempt
this
to
great?
make YouTube history. Well, he's got
Isn't this
that great
fucking
clickbait
great?
title. Hopefully
Isn't this
he's
fucking great, dude? This is
lured
right
a
up
few
his alley.
rubes into watching it that aren't us.
And dude, how the I watched about 6 minutes of this until like he started doing it a little bit until his first like attempt, and I was like, okay, this is brilliant. Like this is perfect.
Look how happy he's like, I'm gonna do it.
a gigantic arch.
He's like, this is gonna get
on
a
this
million views.
table, and I'm somehow going to make it so that it remains stable. The challenge is to do it without these falling over, so I'm going to have to use some other
Does he
things
have
to
enough? I don't
stabilize
even
the
think he
arch.
does.
Yeah, it's a crazy concept, but
He runs out.
I want to see
I don't
if this
think he
can be
does.
done. It would be cool just to have an arch as a tribute to the Atari 2600.
Does he know how arches are built? You need a keystone or whatever. The
Yeah.
top.
Anything like that. But it will be
Top
tricky
part.
to make a stable arch out of all these games. And hopefully I have enough games. We'll see.
Is it a keystone? What is
so
that top
what am I
part?
gonna
That
do
stone in the
to
top.
keep these from sliding off as I get high? As the stack gets high.
That's what he should do, is just get
And
high
it
while
doesn't
he's
even
doing
have to be that high.
Yeah, you should
before
just
they
get
start
fucking
sliding.
high.
I'm gonna need something on the inside of
Him and
the
his wife.
arch that keeps these from falling inward. I thought about having a piece of cardboard like this.
Not gonna
This is
work. Dude, come on.
This is where I stopped watching it, where I was like, okay.
Stacking them up.
So I'm
that
excited
they
to
hit
see
the
how this
cardboard
works.
And they don't fall down. So I would have to curve a piece of cardboard. This one doesn't curve very well, it's kind of bending. But I think I need something like this. I don't want to see a lot of cardboard sticking out from the arch. So I'm gonna cut this down and slice it right through here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a straight slice, but I'm gonna try. Let's see, how big does it have to be? Just enough for that. Let's make it a little bit wider. The thing is, when you cut it down, it loses some strength. So I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm gonna attempt it. And this is a specialized razor blade for opening boxes. I think it's meant for opening the tape on top of boxes, so I may have to go
Yeah,
get
it's not
another
meant
one
for
here.
cutting
Let's see
cardboard.
if I have one. Okay, here we go. And let's see if I can cut it straight without chopping off a finger.
Half the video is gonna be him like getting the cardboard, right?
Yeah, it's got to be, cause like, well, so I watched this part. You're gonna see he's gonna
Okay.
then try to find things
There
to
we
prop
go.
underneath the cardboard.
Yeah, I was gonna say this
Do
isn't gonna.
what
That's
we want
not.
it to do.
Yeah, no,
We're
wait
gonna
for it.
try
He's
it.
gonna find something
So
to put
let's
underneath
add
it.
some curvature
And then I was
to
like,
it
okay,
because
this
it's
is-
kind of just bending in certain spots. Flat earthers aren't gonna like this part. Fun, fun, fun. Look at what we're doing here, guys. That's a great way to spend an afternoon. Let's begin the stack.
Retardation.
Well, we're gonna do it like this, right? Now, it's curving a little bit too much. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be more like this, you know? So I kind of need something inside here to keep this from pushing inward, like
This is so
a
great.
brick or something, just to keep this first part straight. So let me see if I can find a brick.
Like an arch.
All right,
Like
so I found one brick, but it was very dirty and it was a little irregular looking. But I did find these very heavy candles inside the glass, so they're very heavy. And I think I might be able to do what I want to do with this. So let's put this one over here. I honestly do not know if
It's so awesome that he didn't put any thought into this beforehand. That rules, dude.
Yeah, I told you.
He didn't even think like, okay, I'm gonna go and make this video. He didn't
No,
do
he
any
just-
behind the scenes like try to attempt it first, doing some tests.
No, he just thought-
went right
Any
into it.
rudimentary math,
Yeah,
or
that-
angle, or anything like that.
That fucking rules, dude.
Just pure
'Cause
flying by the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just saw that these things kind of made didn't sit right, and he's like, I want to make an arch out of these. I'm gonna do it, and then bought 80 cartridges on a whim. It probably cost him like $150 worth of cartridges.
I don't like we've said before in chat too. I don't think it's gonna be enough carts, but let's find out.
if this idea is going to work or not.
He doesn't
So
even
we'll
know if
see.
it's gonna work.
And let's start building. We're already
It's just
higher
gonna
than
flop.
we've ever been before. I may in fact be higher than anyone has ever stacked in television games before. Or I should say M Network games. They were made by the same company that made Intellivision. So we're looking good, but the arc is starting to bow here. I don't think this cardboard's going to be
Just
strong
fuse
enough.
all the
So
cartridges
It's almost like I
together.
need something in the middle now to prop this up. So let's just see what happens. If I have to start over again, I will.
That thing is fucking sagging.
Now it's starting to collapse now. Let's prevent a calamity. We just need a stronger arch. So what I basically need is some beams or
He
something.
needs some
to go
built-in
on
Cat,
the
beams.
top
cat
of this.
poster.
Or I could double up the cardboard because I have more pieces of that cardboard. So let me try doing that. I'm just gonna cut more pieces of cardboard. Let's layer on all these. Maybe that's
Oh my
too many.
god.
Maybe let's do this many.
Is he trolling us? I feel like
I don't know.
I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
we're
right.
being trolled. Like, come on, dude, for real?
Get the bends out of this one a little bit. It's looking a little bit more promising. It's probably not gonna collapse the cardboard. I still have a few pieces of cardboard to stick
Probably
in
not
there
gonna work.
if I need
also,
to strengthen it more. But yeah, I see it's starting to bow right there. This is going to be tricky, and I don't think the
a really
cardboard is
bad
actually gonna
idea.
be long enough to do the entire arch. Now that I see
Oh my
it.
god.
If I had something down here on this side of the cartridges to hold them, that might help strengthen.
I can't wait to
whole
read the
arch.
comments on that.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so now it's starting to push that way. So I need heavy stuff on that side and heavy stuff on this side for this to work. And even then, I don't know if the top of it could support that many cartridges. So let me go look for some more heavy things. They're gonna be paint cans. And let's see. If I put this right there, will that help support the middle? I do not know. And then I could put, we got concrete repair mix right here. It still doesn't look like an arch.
That little like sigh right there. That's him like, what am I doing? It's him finally setting it and be like, oh well, I've come this far.
Does it? It's just in
I've got 3 paint cans out and 2 candles.
this one spot it's bowing down. I don't think this is gonna work. So now what I really need to do is to start coming over here on this side. I just don't think they're gonna meet up evenly in the middle.
That's like not, yeah,
Be a downer, but
not to be a downer.
it's hard to be optimistic with the way this looks right now. I gotta make sure I have them turned all the same way.
It's a fucked up arch.
It's not going to be evenly in the middle
No.
if they're all facing the same way.
How great would it be if he just leaves it like this, like with the paint cans on it and everything? Like he doesn't even attempt to like remove anything. He's like, well, I did it. You can't say I didn't do it.
Did I do that wrong? I guess
You've done
facing
several
the other
things
way.
wrong, dude.
So that you're like that. Yeah, let me do it that way. These aren't worth that much for the most part. M-Network games are, they're not known to be the best games on the 2600. There's Lock and Chase, and Astro Smash is pretty good.
Are there any Atari games that are worth any money?
All right, so I need to meet in the middle there. I don't think it's gonna happen, but we'll see.
Why's he got those ones? Oh,
Look at that label. That's what people did.
Neat.
See, I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
This is like a logic puzzle or something, and I'm failing it, but there we go. Now let's start stacking up this side. I know this part ain't gonna collapse. I just don't think this is a smooth curve up here. I still got about, I don't know, 10 or 20 games left,
Oh, okay. Well,
or maybe more like 30.
yeah. His next video is a live action recreation
Not gonna
of
run out of
Custer's Revenge. So just know that I'm not actually raping my wife, and my wife is not actually an Indian.
That does not look like an arch.
I gotta save this for profit. Where'd he go? Oh,
I think we need more support over here and bow this upward in a way that allows us to add more games to the top here. Yeah, if you built this in a city or something, the officials would fire you because you failed the contract or whatever. You were supposed to build an arch, but you built a bent up rainbow instead. I forgot to turn the microphone on for this part of the video, but basically I was able to arrange things, and the arch got a little bit better, but I kept messing with it and it got worse again. So I decided to hop in the car and go to Home Depot to see if there was any kind of material I could buy that could replace the cardboard. I was just looking for a flexible piece of plastic. And
yeah, didn't think to do this beforehand.
I walked down pretty much every aisle I saw a few things like gutter toppers and pieces that go on garage doors that were semi-flexible, but they were very long, and some of them were very expensive.
So I basically decided to end this video with killing my wife.
I then went up to the setup here, and I still didn't have my microphone on, but I explained.
Dude, he looks like he's just so tired and like worn out. Look at it, looks like he's just been sweating. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Just haggard, dude. He's been up for like 2 days straight trying to make this fucking Atari cartridge art.
How on my gaming setup, there is large sheets of plastic underneath the systems. They're shelf liners. I have multiple layers of them on some of these shelves. So I ended up sliding one of those sheets out, and I explained how it kind of feels weak, but when you bend it, it gets stronger because that's the way arches work. When you bend something flat, it can hold more weight on top of it. So then I took it to the floor and I cut it down so that it wasn't as wide, and I also made it longer than the cardboard that I had been using before. That way I could get a better arch out of it. So I replaced the cardboard that I had on the table with
He's just gonna redo it.
Messed with it and messed with it with all these paint cans and stuff, and it was really hard to.
Wait, what?
It's just a pile of trash on the table
Yeah.
with the arc over it.
The paint fumes, like there's no open windows. He's just losing it, dude.
Get it to be in an arc-like shape. And then I finally figured out that my mic was off, and I went on to say this. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna bring my Atari 2600 collection and stuff it underneath the arch. Because with these, with each stack, I can make them any height that I want. And I think I have enough of these to fill in the entire middle of this arch. And so it's just gonna be a big pile of 2600 games with the M Network ones going across it. That's a little bit more in theme with what I wanna try to do here. So I'm gonna clear off all this stuff and just bring in the rest of my Atari 2600 collection.
Good call, dude. I guess, maybe.
And there we go. I've added a large portion of my 2600
Okay, I'm back.
collection.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna start stacking the M Network
He's
one.
been through. You missed quite a bit. I'm just.
Yeah, I take a shit, dude. I ate like these Oreo Pop-Tarts earlier, and I think that's what was fucking killing me.
Damn, dude.
Ones
Yeah.
on this.
Well, as you can see, he's completely restarted. He's restarted like twice.
Well, yeah, I can tell. Like,
Yeah. Now it's yeah.
Did he build like? Did he
and
build
I'll
like
make
an arch?
adjustments. I want it to.
No, that's like a sheet of plastic from like the plastic underneath the shelves here, or on top of the shelves here, underneath like
Yeah.
the systems. It's one of those, and he cut it up.
Curve.
And now he's using his actual Atari games for support.
To prop up the
Arch, the supposed arch.
Naturally, and then fit the arch to that curve
Yeah,
that
Jerry.
the network is creating. So I might have to stuff more games and things in here. So here we go.
No, I could have held it, Tasty Cake. It was like my stomach felt like it was gonna explode. Felt like I was gonna either shit it out or puke it out. You ever get those ones where it's like you start feeling like it's got to come out either way? Yeah, born to shit, forced to wipe. Yeah. He's almost got it here. I think, dude, he's gonna call this good right here. See, now what he should be doing is he should be flipping them in, like two of them in the middle, like
What do you think so
opposing each
far?
other.
I think this
You know
is
what
the
I mean? For the
closest I've gotten
keystone.
to an actual
This is retarded.
This looks like YouTube history.
Yeah.
arch. It is.
Yeah, I could have
drooping a
pooped
little
in
bit
her
over here, so
water
let's
bowl
see
too.
If I could stuff
I'm gonna have
a
to
couple of
clean
these
that out
games in
after
here
this. I'm gonna
without
have to dump her
collapsing the
water
whole
bowl out.
arch.
That's awesome though that she puked right in it,
tricky.
not on it anywhere else.
It's like reverse Jenga.
Yeah, they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be self-supporting or whatever. It's not an arch.
It would almost be perfect if I can lift up this part one more units
If it was an
here,
arch, it
so
would almost be perfect if
try
it
to
was
It
an
would
arch.
almost be perfect. It's a long ways away from being perfect, my guy.
this one in here.
You
It's
could have at
dripping a
least
little
like
bit over here,
researched
too,
building
so
an
I'm gonna
arch. You know, you could have looked
Stuff
into
Yeah.
another
building an
one in
arch.
here.
Like, you can already tell where he started. He started like he should have started on both ends at the same time
Carefully.
and built towards each other.
Okay, so let's try to
Wow.
stuff another one in right here. Well, let's see.
He's gonna knock him down.
Almost perfect if made by
Yeah,
anyone
let's see what
else.
that looks like.
Yeah, you could figure that out, Groidel, based on like
There
what,
is a
like
gap right here.
the
so
angle
I'm wondering
that the
if I could
games.
stuff
Based, you could figure that
another
out if you
in-network
just put
game
two
in
games on
there.
top
So
of each
let's
other
see
and
what
like what
happens
measured the
if
angle.
I
You could
do
figure out
that.
exactly how many you'd need to hit that 180 degrees.
Now, there's hardly any gaps at all.
He
And
didn't
the
even
thing is
attempt
pretty
that, or even
stable,
think.
actually. Okay,
to do that.
that's not too bad. Now the question is, what if I remove these two things
I don't
that are
know
on
No,
the
Means
end?
Goldberg.
A candle there and
YouTube
No,
a,
he's gonna-
personnel.
a large book
He's gonna
right there.
lose this.
Let's remove the candle.
Yeah, no,
and see
he
if
probably
this thing
talked a bit. He
collapses.
probably like
Huh?
He
Would not
like
stop.
woke up, yeah, in the dead of the night.
Now let's remove
Came to him in a
Can't-
dream.
the
dude. If he
book
removes this
very
other piece, it's
carefully.
going. No.
Oh yeah.
Out of the plastic.
I think.
Now.
Oh,
everything-
okay. I
Damn it,
got
folks. I think I am now a 100% nerd. There is no question about it now.
Oh, say, can
100%
you
retard.
see from the 2600 arch what so proudly we built as an honor to gaming, whose cartridges we played through the video game crash. With the Atari we gamed through the 1980s so happily. From the red labeled ones to the M network flaws, gave proof that we are nerds, and through this arch we are happy. Oh, say does this mighty arch show me that we enjoy our games. Oh, the land of the nerds in the home of
Yeah, right.
gaming the systems.
Wow.
Yeah, but you gotta take the games out.
Yeah, we gotta
see if it'll
things are-
stand up on its own.
Oh well.
I gotta see some of these comments. Please,
Please
stop
stop
saying
thinking.
this is the dumbest fucking idea. I love it.
People seem to be supporting him.
I think you need a keystone at the top.
Oh. Keystone Chads. We're eating so good.
All right, let's filter by newest.
We got a lot of arches around here, so I see those fucking things. Mr. Blue used to live by an arch. Drive through, walk through it, walk underneath it, drive underneath it.
You must be higher than you've ever been before. This is a perfectly good waste of time for us all.
Hell yeah. Roman Empire approved. I don't think they'd approve.
Let's check out the Patreon video we talked about.
Patreon. The Patreon should just be his like name. You know what I'm saying? Kevin.
Hello and welcome to my Patreon page. I am Kevin, in case you don't know, and I am a person running 3 different channels on YouTube. I got a channel called Just Killzone, I got one called How to X, and I have one called Gaming the Systems. Over time, I have kind of moved my priority from one to another.
Constantly.
And going forward,
Yeah,
I
all
will
the
continue
time.
to move my priority from one to the other. I can't make them all 3 my priority because I am a one-man show. There's no one else. I mean, my wife appears in some of my videos just as like a guest. But I'm the one editing these, planning them out, scripting them for the ones that have scripts and stuff like that. And I'm the one playing these games and recording the footage and all that stuff. Thank you for being interested in at least coming to this page. Now, I will say that I'm not going to offer any benefits.
Yeah,
as
where's
far
his
as
wedding
you
ring?
being in this Patreon. That might seem extreme, but some people do it this way. For me, it helps free up as much time as I can to work on the various videos that I want to do. If I start offering benefits,
they are.
I have to start running the Patreon and stuff. I have other things going on in my life. I have an elderly person that I'm taking care of, so it's very challenging to keep up with these 3
I think is it like his mother-in-law or father-in-law?
3 channels. The whole point I'm trying to make though is there's no extra benefits for you. There's not going to be any early access. I will.
Dude, he looks like an elderly person.
Yeah.
Just saying, like he's only in his like maybe early 40s.
Wow.
Because we've like tried to like figure out like how old is he? I think he's not terribly
He's not
old.
that
I think he's younger than Bauer, but he already looks like a senior citizen.
Yeah, the way he walks.
Yeah, he looks like he has dentures. He doesn't, but it looks like he does.
We'll come and check this page and maybe say hi, make a posting or 2, maybe post a photo or something. So it's not like I'm going to be going away right after this video and not pay attention to the Patreon anymore. I'll just say a little bit about each channel. The Just Killzone channel is where I just talk about the Killzone series. There's 6 games in
shit.
that. And a lot of those are just, I hit record and I record myself playing a Killzone game like online or something, and I don't do much editing for that channel. There's a few exceptions.
That- well,
I do
that-
like some
that too,
heavily edited
Knights.
videos that talk about a certain map in Killzone or how to get hooked up to
Yeah,
play
he's making
Killzone
Mr.
2
Blue
and stuff
sleepy.
like that. The next channel I want to talk about is How to X. It is a how-to channel, and it's gaming adjacent. I talk a lot about how to repair your controllers. That's probably what a lot of you have seen me on YouTube do, and that's what has brought you here. I have kind of become an expert in that area, I think, on YouTube, but I also do how-to videos on other gaming-related things, and I have done some how-to videos on
Oh my goodness.
on that one, I talk about video games.
Okay. He's just after a while. It's just a bit. All right, since people keep wanting to see his wife. I mean, she was right there, but
Yeah.
Alrighty. Bubble Boy.
this is a 2-hour video. If you want to sit and watch.
Freaking get
Yeah,
up
they look
there.
like they have great
I struggled.
Great
Hop up
chemistry.
here, guys. Oh, whatever. This game just doesn't have any
Look at their
His
chemistry.
wife looks so
standard
horrible.
rules.
She doesn't look so great here.
There we go. You can see a little tooth there when you open your mouth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lots of detail.
I'm gonna say it's the lighting not being favorable.